Wrestling fans, now you too can look as cool as Monty and the Pharaoh by wearing the official Monty and the Pharaoh sunglasses at night for $8.99 each. That's only $8.99 each. Now available at montyandthepharaoh.com.
On. All right. You know what, Fonzie? Thank you, first of all. I was crushed when I didn't get to talk to you a couple of years back, so it's awesome to finally have you here.
Thank you.
With the true Monty and the Pharaoh.
You guys are flattering me. What do you guys want? Free tickets at Madison Square? I can't get them anymore.
To be honest with you, there's much love here for sure. You're an icon.
Vice versa, brother. I've had this shirt for 2 years.
Bro, you don't even
know.
know.
6 times.
It's great,
man. 6 times I wore this shirt, and I knew exactly where it was.
That's what I'm talking about.
When the kid said, Bobby Extreme said, hey, they want you on the show. I said, I know right where that shirt is,
there
baby.
It is, baby.
Boom,
that's what I'm talking
boom.
about.
There we go.
I was proud to wear it in here for you guys.
There we go.
We're proud for you to wear it, believe me.
All right, Fonzie, here we go. I would like you to give me, if you can, your Mount Rushmore 4 faces. The Mount Rushmore of ECW. Who are the 4 faces you would put on a mountaintop for ECW?
All right. No doubt in my mind, Sabu. Suicidal, homicidal, genocidal Sabu.
Is one.
No doubt Paul Heyman. No doubt Sandman.
You only got one more.
Well, the last one is he is superhuman. Really, this kid is superhuman. Nobody can do the 5-star frog splash like RVD.
Thank you.
Eddie Guerrero, fantastic. But Van Dam is he's superhuman, and he's really badass. He's really so that's my 4 right there.
There we go.
And an honorable mention for Todd Gordon, Sandman, all these guys. But, my guys are, and of course me, honorable mention. I'm chiseled in the back, Daddy.
Yeah. We'll put a whistle next to those.
Hell yeah, Daddy.
There you
I
go.
got my kicks, baby. Did you guys see my kicks?
Uh-oh.
Look at those kicks.
Check out these shoes, guys.
Look at those shoes.
Look at this.
He's got his face on there. I need a pair of shoes.
Yeah, we need Monty and the Pharaoh sneakers.
I've worn them a couple of times. I got a friend making them in Florida. He's got a company. You guys get a hold of me on social media. I'll hook you up with them. They're pretty cool. Does fantastic work, and I love them. And I wore them special for you guys because I don't wear them other than in the ring.
Just make sure no one steps on those. That's
correct,
for sure.
Daddy.
How's he doing considering what he's been going through lately?
Sabu is very sad and he's very depressed about losing Jeannie. She was his everything, and I talked to him like pretty much every day via text, and I just saw him the other day, and I will see him tomorrow at the ECW Arena, also in Philadelphia. But he's really sad, and he's dealing with it. He's looking for strength. He's kind of kept to himself and doesn't feel like getting out very much right now. And he's entitled to a grieving period.
Sure.
Hopefully he kicks out. And it is, of course, horribly sad. I mean, she died right in front of him while she was sleeping. He saw her, and he's very hurt by it, but he's also very strong. I mean, he's strong because he just keeps going. I mean, he's like a cockroach, Sabu is a cockroach.
Can I ask you?
I don't know that I would be as strong in the same situation.
Who is the real Sabu? Because he's kind of mysterious. You hear all these extreme things about him, the rumors and all this nonsense, but you know the man. Who is Sabu to Rob Van Dam?
Sabu is a guy with a huge heart. He's overly generous. Since I first started riding with him in 1990, if he had $20, he would give $10 to the guy begging for it at the gas station. Literally. And I saw him do that. And $20 was our payoff at that time in the USWA days. Big payoffs. One time I got 15.
There you go.
Evansville, Indiana.
So this is what I want to know. How did you guys meet? And you guys, we had Rob Van Dam in, and we asked how you were doing to Rob, and Rob had just nothing but great things to speak about you. And
I'm surprised.
Oh, you really?
Oh, he was great. He was raving about you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Rob?
Well, I was training this guy Samson for my uncle, and Rob was Samson's friend. So Samson brung Rob to meet my uncle to be trained, and so we trained him. And actually, my uncle made me do all the heavy lifting, and he just sat outside the ring and told me what to do with him. So that's how it started. That was like 1988.
Did you think it would take off the way it did, the chemistry between you and Rob on air? I mean,
yes and no. Like at the time, I was already wrestling 5 years when I first started teaching him. So I was a step ahead of him. But he could do backflips and acrobats more than I could. So he taught me that. I taught him how to be a wrestler. He taught me how to do backflips and shit. So he raised the bar for me because at the time, when you're a first match guy, you stayed in the first match stuff. Like you don't leave the ring, you don't use a chair, you don't bleed, you don't swear. You stay in the ring, you wrestle for 10 minutes, and usually it's a draw. Now today they have the first match. They have death matches in the first match,
right.
or tables and chairs and blood and all that in the first match and every match, and that's not how it is. When I started doing the crazy stuff, I worked my way there. I didn't start out doing cage matches or barbed wire matches. No, my first 5 years, I never left the ring, never even went to the top rope. The first 5 years, I did in practice, but not during a match because I just wasn't. That's not what first match guys do.
Mm-hmm.
They tone it down for the next match to be better than they are.
Right, it's a build-up. The
and
whole
then
card.
The final match, everything goes loose.
Sure.
You can't have chaos in every match.
Right.
There's just no order that way. It's no fun.
Right.
It sounds like it would be, but it isn't.
Is that killing today's wrestling? That what you've just explained?
But what's that again?
Is that killing today's pro wrestling? What you just explained, that there's no build up anymore?
Yeah, that's like there's a lot of these deathmatch companies call me, and one thing is they don't pay shit. The other thing is they don't make any reason to rhyme. Now, when I have a death match, it's usually because I wrestled them in a match and something led to another match, and then to a tag match, and then to a cage match, and then to a death match or something. Nothing starts out with leads up to a ladder match. Nothing starts out with a ladder match or with a death match. That's crazy. That's stupid. And they don't pay for shit. They don't. You get us 150 stitches in your arm. You got to fix it yourself or pay for it yourself. They don't pay for it, and you don't make enough money to pay for it. So you let it go. They don't pay these guys shit. These guys get paid dirt. Yeah, and they're out there, inhaling light tube dust and all that shit. The light tubes are to me is ridiculous because they don't hurt. If someone hit me with a light tube in real life, it wouldn't even piss me off. I wouldn't feel it. Wow. Now, what would piss me off would be the powder that comes out of it, inhaling the fumes that come out of it, whatever you want to call it.
You know what? I'm an idiot because I was like, that shit's got to hurt.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It just
why do you think
makes a
they
big
do
noise.
it? That's why they do it.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think I use a table? It breaks my fall. If I didn't use a table, I smack on the floor and bounce off the cement. Yeah. And I don't want that. I'd rather bounce off a table, and that breaks my fall. Everybody thinks when you hit a table, that hurts more than the floor. It doesn't.
So when a table doesn't give, though, that's got to hurt.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
That's
the
got to.
The better it gives, the easier it is.
Right.
And in the beginning, I never gimmicked tables, and I never had tables gimmicked. Now, sometimes they were gimmicked without my request, and they'd fall down before I wanted to use them. But I like a hard table. The harder the table is, the more it breaks my fall. Now, if it doesn't break at all, then that's different. Then I kind of kicks my ass.
Gotcha. When RVD was here with us, he said something pretty interesting. You guys, to me, were both innovative. You were changing how wrestling was being looked at, especially in the ECW days. Rob mentioned that like an old-timer like Stan Hansen, as he was coming up, was like, oh, your style is ridiculous, son. And he would make fun of him and stuff until he finally got in the ring with him and realized, oh, wow, there is something to this. Was it easy for you? Did you have anybody giving you any grief, like behind the scenes, about the style that you were showing people?
Everybody gave me grief.